I think I always thought I would make it and I would be good. Otherwise, I wouldn't have kept pushing and kept trying. It sounds really dreamy to just play video games for a living, but at the end of the day, it's more so competition and fighting people that want the same thing you do, maybe just as badly or even more badly than you do. Unless you have that drive to be disciplined and work really hard, you're not gonna make it.
I gotta ask, did you always know it was gonna end up this way?
I think knowing is more certainty than I had, but I always believed you could get it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Insania's retirement, take 1. Hello, my name is Insania. I am no longer a pro player for Team Liquid. I'm not good at this cheesy stuff. Holy moly, old facility. Nice, let's fucking go. Good times.
I am Mikey, guys.
Mikey has Insania, dude.
We're smoke ganking. Shopify.
This is content or what?
Kagebushi no jutsu! Those who have not experienced pain making cannot understand true peace. If it says top 4, will you shave your head?
Yes.
Alright guys, I know we probably lost this game, but we can still do this.
Oh my god! Okay, this event was so fun. We had to list the Marvel movies in the right order that they came out in, and we were horrendous. I think internet was down or something, and we were like super bored, right? The Dota didn't work.
There's no way Black Panther came before Ragnarok.
No.
Oh my god.
We nailed it in the end.
Are you filming us?
That's like 2018, 19.
I'm way too committed.
So I was playing Han back in our family home in Linköping, and I think I downloaded Dota 2 and just tried it, and it was so laggy to me for years. Around TI6 times, I think it was. The competition in Han got kind of stale, and I wanted a new challenge. And for me, it was either like go to school or try Dota. I kind of decided that I want to do this properly and really try hard to become a pro player. I knew I had it in me. It was just a matter of like how much time it will take. And I switched to Dota pretty late, and I was kind of old, so I kind of always had the confidence that I could do it. I just wanted to make sure I could do it before I'm too boomer, which I think I was like 23, 24 maybe at the time. When we first came on the team, we were like, I wouldn't say complete nobodies, but we were definitely not a team of like Team Liquid caliber at the time. And we were like a pretty big gamble because they came from, in my mind, one of the most successful LAN teams of all time. So obviously there was like this pressure in some ways that I thought I would feel when I came to Liquid. And we kind of started off the first year getting a lot of top 6s, and then we started declining. And I expected to be kind of pressured. But I remember I had a lot of conversations with Victor at the time where he kind of only expressed wanting to help us and trying to help us get better. And for me, this was really, really defining for my time on Liquid. Even when we didn't qualify for TI, they didn't drop our roster. We got the chance to like stay on the team and try to fix our problems, and we didn't stop playing together when we faced adversity. And I think having someone at the highest level in your organization to share that belief, it trickles down. Nothing's ever going to be perfect from start, and you're going to have to grow things and build towards the thing that you want to reach in the end. I love that about them, or us, I guess. I view it as us, even though it's, I guess, them at this point. Our peak probably was the year we played with Zai. That's when I would say we probably had the most consistent year. If not for like Gaming Gladiators, we probably would have been one of the most dominant teams of like Dota history. At least that year, we were second place at every single event. I think probably the toughest thing is like you're never mentally fully present. Dota is always like a process that's going on in the back of your mind, and you could always be spending more time playing Dota, and you kind of sometimes have a feeling of guilt towards Dota where like when you're not doing that, you feel like you're not actually putting in maximum effort. And that obviously like affects relationships and stuff, because you want to be doing that for your significant other. And then a lot of the times you're just not in the same place, and that's just tough. Long distance is tough. I think I would say if it weren't for Agnes, I would have been a lot more successful. Her presence has probably held me back the most. Now, obviously, like Agnes and my family have been huge supports. It is extremely emotionally draining to play Dota, and you know, those of you who play pubs for 10 hours a day know like how fast you get into like an emotional rut. And having people that can like drag you out of that and be a support for you actually does so much more than you even realize. Like, it helps you stay focused. I've always said throughout my career that I will always play the best when I'm happy. And I feel like if not for Agnes, then probably wouldn't have been as happy, and that probably would have prevented me from reaching the highs that I did. Right now, I need to get better at doing Underworld. I'm not quite fast enough and haven't learned all the roles, but I really want to go to Japan with my girlfriend. I want to work on, you know, our relationship, just be at home, be a normal human being, spend more time with family, try to see them more often, and yeah, get my driver's license is like primary goals short term. Mickey is the easiest to talk about because in many ways for me, he is like my little brother. I feel like I've known him for so long, and I feel like I've been with him from like almost since he was a child. I don't know, we've played 2 different games at a pro level together and traveled the world together, felt like the bottom of despair when you like lose a tournament that you should have won, and then like being an underdog and upsetting top teams. And yeah, I just feel like anything you could imagine doing in esports, we've done together, and that experience brings you really, really close, and you have these memories that just make you care so deeply about someone, and you just want them to be happy and successful in life. I would even include Nisha in this. I haven't known him as long, but I think over the years we got really, really close. I feel like I got to see him grow out of his shell, and you know, if it's from like watching Love Island to like going out and losing his passport one day before the event, he's been like a pretty close friend throughout these last few years, and someone that I've really, really enjoyed playing with. And having that kind of relationship where you find someone that you can spend a lot of time with outside of Dota has been really, really meaningful. So me and Boxy have had an interesting relationship throughout the years. Obviously, a lot of it's been said already, but we used to have quite a lot of problems with butting heads. But I think what's the most amazing to me is that despite how different we are as people, when he was going through tough times, I was there for him, and I was able to stand up for him and be like, hey, I want to drive this through, I want to keep playing together, and I want him to be on the team alongside me. I know he's done the same for me in times when I've had it tough and times have been hard for me. When you fight, when you argue, when you're forced to like evaluate yourself and look at what you could be doing better, it helps you improve. It's interesting to think about because I think probably we've helped each other grow the most out of anyone on our team. Me and Jabs, I feel like when I really started feeling really close to him was during the Peru major, where we had to share a room, and we both have like this weird thing about ourselves where he will listen to like whale sounds or something to fall asleep, or like some rain falling, and I always like watch some TV show or listen to some audiobook. So our room at night would literally just be like me putting on some random TV show and him like listening to some whale go for like 8 hours straight while we fall asleep, and then we wake up to like the same noises still playing on our phones. Very memorable. I think, yeah, after that we really got to know each other pretty well and started spending a lot of time together. A lot of the times when things have been tough and I've needed someone to talk to and have a friend on the team that kind of knows what's going on, he's been that person for me, and someone that I feel like I've very easily been able to talk to and kind of bounce ideas off of. Chloe's so hard. I can't remember one instance in 6 years where I've been annoyed at Chloe. And as much as I love all my teammates and all the people that I've worked with, like when you work together every single day over the course of 6 years and you like basically live on top of each other, at some point you just get frustrated at each other. And I cannot remember one time that I've felt like Chloe's annoying. And to me, that is the biggest sign of how good she is at her job. She just kind of like knows how we are, knows how we work, understands like how to time things correctly, when to ask you for stuff, when to kind of leave you alone and give you space. She's also been someone that's been quite easy to talk to about things that are hard on the team, and even unfiltered about opinions that maybe might not be correct or might be quite emotional at times. And trust that like she'll understand that right now I'm just being unreasonable and I don't truly mean maybe the things that I'm saying. I will say throughout all the years, I've never met someone who was as dedicated to playing the game and professional as Max. He, to me, really stood out in how driven he was and how committed he was to like treating Dota as like, this is something you just have to do. You have to wake up every single day, you have to play the game, try to improve, and really stuck with that. And I think that helped me also stay motivated. So a big thank you to Max as well for that. William. Things I just don't want to see anything positive about William. I don't know what to say about William. All my favorite memories of William are just him not working. He like took us to nice restaurants, fed us really nice, paid for our meals, lured us in, kind of got us to like trust him, and then like put us in a practice room with a whip and just like made us play Dota until we won him a TI. This team and this group of people would have never come together if not for William. He is, in my mind, one of the biggest reasons why we even are a team to begin with. He kind of helped us find our home in Liquid. I think a lot of the times, a lot of the things that he does are invisible to us. I can only say that knowing like my parts in some of the conversations that I've had with him and how hard he'll fight for every single person on our team. So I am extremely thankful to him for that. Though it's hard to say things about every single member that I've played with throughout all these years, I'm really thankful to everyone, from all my past teammates, from Han to Dota, to all the close friends that I've made throughout all these years, all the people that I met at LANs. Obviously, these are some of the best memories I have in my life. None of this would have been possible if not for my family. We've had a lot of fights regarding how much time I spent on the computer when I was younger, but them eventually coming to understand and being supportive, to now being like the whole reason I was able to do this, from my mom running all the stuff in the background that I needed help with, to my dad being there for me as like a psychologist essentially whenever I needed him. And my sister literally after every single match I've ever played sent me a supportive message, cheering us on or congratulating us on the win, or saying something cheerful after losses. Honestly, best family I could have ever asked for, and I'm eternally grateful to them. I would have never had my life if not for the sacrifices that they made. Few people ever get to say they are legitimately the best at something. But people don't really understand the sacrifice that it takes to get there. Right now, what I want the most in my life is to move forward from Dota and spend time with the people that I've missed out on during all these years. Family, friends, my girlfriend. This isn't a goodbye forever, but I'd rather see you whenever. I am forever going to be a part of the Dota community, whether that is working as a coach, a caster, or just going to an event as a fan. I will be there, and make sure you say hi. Farewell, everyone.